Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahushua Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 13th of June 2024. It's 9:14 a.m. and I'm going to do a little trade setup, kind of technical analysis on the ES before I start trading to show you what my plan might be. Right now we're running into this second upper deviation band here on this is a weekly band right here. Actually, it's a monthly band, and that usually creates some resistance. So I'm looking at a possible mean reversion if we keep on getting resistance here at this exact level, 5506. Right, so that's where it is right there, 5506. That's the upper deviation right now. We had a attempt here. Let me just hold on. Right, so we had an attempt here at yesterday's high and weekly floor pivot R2 at 55.1988. That's floor pivot R2. Yesterday's high is 55.1950. So we had an attempt there, we fell short, and what did we get up to? Let's see, we got up to 55.1775, right? So that second upper deviation band is doing its job for now. Let's see if we're gonna get another attempt like a typical day. We're gonna get a up thrust open. We're gonna fail somewhere up here, and then I'll look to take like a mean reversion trade, probably back down to this 55 level. 5500, 5507, 5504. That's the mid right here. 5501. That's the open. ETH open. So yeah, that's my little trade setup so far. If we continue going bullish, I'll take a small size here, probably on the breakout of floor pivot R2, and attempt to get to floor pivot R3 at 55, 54.50. Right, so if we do get a hold above this level here, attempting this right here. Right, so let me just go down to the 5-minute chart, and let's see here. All right, so Camarillas are in a higher value relationship. So are the floor pivots. So I mean the central pivot. So that's the central pivot range right there. That's the bottom central, top central, and the central pivot at 54.8575. We didn't touch that, so that's very bullish right now. We didn't test that level, so that's indicating some bullishness. We should get to floor pivot R1. We already attempted to break out of Camarilla R3, the little test right there. So let's see, floor pivot R1 is in my copper pivot zone. Right, that's where two different pivots meet. So I call that my copper top zone. It's really a double pivot zone, but I just like to name things differently because that's how I look at things differently, right? So yesterday's high, that's the first target right there on the open range breakout. And let's see, we gotta contend with like floor pivot, Camarilla R4 and floor pivot R1. So that might be the target today, right? Floor pivot R1, maybe you get the mean reversion from there. If we do hold above this floor pivot R1, then we'll be targeting those other levels I spoke of on the weekly targets, right? So let me just go back here real quick. All right, so 55.19, that's floor pivot R2, right? So that would be around, right? So around yesterday's high, floor pivot R2, breakout, hold above here, target floor pivot R1, right? We push up to this level here, we start getting resistance, then take a mean reversion trade back to the central pivot range, right? So hold above, break out the floor R1. Wait, let me just, right. So hold above here, target floor pivot R1, maybe beyond. If we get resistance here, short target back to central pivot range, maybe even Camarilla S3, right? All right, y'all. So that's my little trade setup there so far. I'm gonna take smaller risks because today is a day after like some major moves, so I'm expecting some churning, some rotation. So let's see how it goes. Right now we got 10 minutes to the open, so let me try and upload this video real quick and prepare to trade. All right, y'all. It's Malak Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.